Ellen, oh my goodness. We all know she's guilty. And let's not forget, recently she tried to run from this country. I don't know if she left the country, but I know she did put it out there that she wanted to leave. And the reason why, because all of her friends are creeps. And I'm starting to look at her as a creep. Birds of the feather flock together. I came across this video. Y'all have to see this. Honey, Ellen was in bed with Twitch. Rest in peace. Did you know she introduced Twitch to Diddy? They said that Diddy has something to do with Twitch demise. Can you believe that? And Ellen, you wrong for that because you know the type of darkness that Diddy has. Come on now. Honey, when I tell you this stuff is sick up in Hollywood, how they're passing on to each other, knowing you're passing people on to monsters. Okay, I want you guys to watch this video. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe here at the Messy Sweet Spot. All right, check this. Y'all need to see about Ellen. Y'all need to see about this Ellen.
All right.
We go so far back. You don't tell these people how far back we go.
I know, but I wear t-shirts. I don't know what that means. Anyway, all right. Let's
I mean,
do all that.
Okay. I got to take two of the jokes that work. I don't want no problem.
Oh, it's okay.
No, hey, so cheers.
Yeah, sure. Ask her if she wants me to start the car up for her, get it warm. Sign next week.
Ellen, were you surprised by the allegations about P. Diddy? Did that surprise you about P. Diddy? He's been on your show many times. Have you been to his parties?
Y'all, the drama surrounding Ellen DeGeneres just went from messy to downright chilling. A leaked voicemail is sparking rumors that Ellen might be tied to the shocking death of Steven Twitch Boss, her former DJ and close confidant. But here's the kicker. Some people think that Twitch had some dirt on Ellen. Dirt that could blow the lid off her carefully crafted Be Kind image. And now Ellen's sudden move to England has everybody asking, what is she running from? So let's break it down. So Ellen and Diddy go way back, and while their on-screen friendship seemed harmless, people are now questioning just how deep their connection goes, because Diddy was a frequent guest at Ellen's show, often boasting about his infamous parties, and Ellen always with a big smile, laughing along as if it was just all harmless fun.
No.
No.
You know I have to arrive fashionably late.
All right. Not too late then.
Not too late?
Not too late, please.
What time would you like me there?
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
But not too late. Because, you know, once you get there, the party really starts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you. I promise you I'm not going to let you down on this big one.
All right,
For
good.
real.
Good.
Your shoes, your feet are going to have blisters. You're going to be dancing so hard.
I can't wait.
But here's the thing. Diddy's empire is crumbling under the weight of some shocking allegations, and Ellen's name keeps coming into the mix. Social media detectives have been unearthing an old tweet from Ellen where she was jokingly calling Diddy Cuddle McSnuggle stuff, adding, you don't need to know why. At the time, it seemed random, but now with everything coming to light about Diddy's alleged behavior, people are side-eyeing that tweet extra hard. But the most chilling part of this story, Ellen's alleged connection to the tragic death of Steven Twitch Boss, her former DJ and close associate. While the official narratives claim that Twitch tragically ended his own life, rumors suggest that something far more sinister happened. Word in the streets is that Twitch stumbled upon a disturbing video tying Ellen and Diddy to questionable activities at one of Diddy's infamous parties. Once he discovered this, some speculate that Twitch became a target, and now with Diddy reportedly cooperating with authorities, there's a chance Ellen's name could come up in that investigation. Now here's where it starts to all connect, and the implications are chilling. With the leaked voicemail now linking Ellen to deeper, darker allegations surrounding Twitch's tragic passing, questions are swirling about how much she really knows. Add Diddy's mounting accusations of coercion and manipulation into the mix, and a new theory emerges. Was Twitch caught up in something far more sinister than anyone suspected?
The indictment alleges that on more than one occasion, Combs carried or brandished firearms to intimidate and threaten victims and witnesses. Now, Combs did not do this all on his own. As I mentioned, Combs has been charged with RICO conspiracy. He used his business and employees of that business and other close associates to get his way. Those individuals allegedly included high-ranking supervisors in the business, personal assistants, security staff, and household staff.
Well, Ellen, as we know, was incredibly close to Twitch. He was her trusted DJ, her dance partner, and he even called her a friend. But if rumors about her ties to Diddy's infamous freak-offs hold any truth, it raises an unsettling question. Could Ellen have unintentionally or knowingly introduced Twitch to a world he wanted no part of? And let's not forget that viral video of Ellen completely dodging a question about Diddy's scandals. The way she visibly panicked before jumping into her car and speeding off as everybody asking the same thing. What is she hiding? Could this voicemail tied to her and Twitch's relationship blow the lid off a secret she's been desperately trying to bury?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Ask her if she wants me to start the car up for her, get it warm. Hey, Ellen.
Ellen, were you surprised by the allegations about P. Diddy? Did that surprise you about P. Diddy? He's been on your show many times. You been to his parties?
But this is where things take an even darker turn. Reports indicate that in the days leading up to this tragic passing, Twitch checked into a motel just 15 minutes away from the home he shared with his wife Allison and their kids. What's strange is that he didn't take his car, something totally out of character for him. And when Allison couldn't reach him and noticed his absence, she quickly filed a missing persons report. Then the tragedy unfolded when Twitch was found at a motel, with authorities ruling his death as a self-inflicted gunshot wound. But here's the thing, the initial reports claimed no note was left behind. However, after media pressures, authorities backtracked, suddenly discovering a note. This flip-flop raises more questions than answers. Was someone tampering with the narrative, and if so, why?
At you, and you seem very strong to me. Is that for you, for the kids, for the world?
I think it's for all of that.
Yeah.
I don't really have any other choice but to be strong. Now, they still see me have my highs and lows, because there's a lot of it. All I can do is just try to move forward.
It seems like there might be some type of blackmail angle. Twitch was known as a devoted family man, someone who radiated positivity and lived in a scandal-free life. But rumors now suggest that Twitch may have stumbled upon Hollywood's darkest secrets, and it cost him dearly. Word in the streets is that Twitch might have been recorded at one of Diddy's infamous parties, but that's not all. Some even believe Twitch himself had recordings, potentially of Ellen, at one of those notorious gatherings. And if true, this would have been explosive, especially given the allegations surrounding these events, because for years, Diddy's parties have been whispered about as anything but ordinary, because these gatherings were allegedly hotbeds for secret recordings and capturing everyone and everything in one room. In the room, often without consent. Twitch reportedly wasn't just an innocent bystander. He might have been caught on camera, or worse, obtained his own damning evidence that tied Ellen to those events. When whispers began that Twitch might go public with what he knew or with what he had recorded, the threats reportedly started pouring in. Imagine being in Twitch's shoes. A man with a squeaky clean reputation suddenly burdened with secrets that could topple some of Hollywood's most powerful players. These weren't just idle threats either. Sources allege that Twitch faced relentless pressure to stay quiet. And let's not forget, he wasn't the type to involve himself in scandals or drama, which makes his involvement in this web of chaos even more suspect. Was Twitch's desire to step away from it all the very thing that sealed his fate? And now we need to talk about Miss Allison, Twitch's wife, the person closest to him in his final days. While publicly she's portrayed herself as a grieving widow, some of her actions after Twitch's death have raised eyebrows and fueled speculation about her role in the unfolding drama. Now let's start with her financial move. Within months of Twitch's tragic passing, Allison reportedly filed court petitions to claim half of his estate, including future royalties. Shortly after, she sold their family home for $3.8 million and upgraded to a $5 million property. These moves, while not illegal, have been deemed suspiciously swift by fans and critics alike. Was this simply a widow trying to provide for her children, or was there a deeper, more sinister motive
with him?
Oh, our love was magical.
Yeah.
And it was so real. And I think that's the hardest part about all this. The way we loved was so big, and I got 13 years with one of the most magical humans. And I learned, oh, I'm sorry. I learned so much about love and gratitude.
Well, some even speculate that Allison may have had knowledge of, or worse, played a part in Twitch's connection to Diddy and Ellen. Could she have been aware of these alleged recordings Twitch had or the threats he was receiving? The idea that she might have been complicit or keeping him quiet only to benefit financially after his death is a theory gaining traction in certain circles. And despite the swirling rumors, Allison has worked hard to present a different side of herself to the public. She's expressed deep sorrow over losing Twitch and frequently sharing stories about their life together and how she's staying strong for their children. But heartbreakingly, she's revealed that their youngest child often asks about Twitch, unaware of the full gravity of his absence. In her efforts to honor Twitch's memory, Allison has partnered with the National Alliance on Mental Illness, NAMI, to raise awareness about mental health. She's used her platform to encourage open conversations about these often taboo topics, framing herself as an advocate for change.
Now, Allison and her family are honoring Twitch's legacy and partnered with her local branch of the National Alliance on Mental Illness called NAMI Westside LA. Talk a little bit about what you're doing and how you want your husband's name and legacy to live on.
What I would really love is to bring awareness to mental health, open up the conversations, but to hopefully help people to feel comfortable asking for that help. I really do want to make an impact on behalf of someone I love so much.
But it definitely gets more complicated because one of the most prominent figures offering her public support is none other than Ellen. That's right, the same Ellen whose name is entangled in allegations about Diddy's parties and Twitch's potential blackmail. Well, Ellen's solidarity with Allison has many wondering if her support is genuine or if it's an attempt to keep certain truths buried. The relationship between Ellen and Allison has raised more questions than answers. Ellen's public displays of support could easily be seen as a gesture of kindness, but given the ongoing scrutiny around her alleged role in Hollywood's darker circles, people are very skeptical. Is Ellen simply being a supportive friend, or could this be a calculated move to maintain control over the narrative?
To me, is that for you, for the kids, for the world?
I think it's for all of that.
Yeah.
I don't really have any other choice but to be strong. Now, they still see me have my highs and lows because there's a lot of it. All I can do is just try to move forward.
Some fans even pointed out that Ellen's involvement with Allison seems oddly convenient. If Twitch truly had damaging information on Ellen, would it be far-fetched to think that Allison might have been pressured or even incentivized to keep it under wraps? These allegations may sound extreme, but in a world where secretive and cutthroat is Hollywood, nothing seems entirely impossible. And let's not forget that Ellen's public image as the queen of kindness has already been shattered. Former employees have described her as the meanest woman in Hollywood, sharing horror stories of her alleged toxic behavior on set. And who could forget the time that Dakota Johnson called her out for lying about not being invited to her birthday party? That awkward moment exposed cracks in Ellen's carefully curated persona.
Happy belated birthday. When was your birthday?
It was October 4th.
October 4th. You turned 30.
I did.
And how was the party? I wasn't invited.
Actually, no, that's not the truth, Ellen. You were invited. Last time I was on the show, last year, you gave me a bunch of shit about not inviting you, but I didn't even know you wanted to be invited.
Well, who doesn't want to be invited to a party?
Well, I didn't even know you liked me.
Of course I like you. You knew I liked you. You've been on the show many times, and don't I show like?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
But I did invite you and you didn't come. So
this time you invited me?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
How do you know? I don't think so.
Ask everybody. Ask Jonathan, your producer. Who thought you were?
I was invited? Why didn't I go?
I don't know.
Was it? Oh yeah, I had that thing. It was probably in Malibu. That's too far for me to go to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah. No, I think I do remember I was invited. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now, long before the fallout with Twitch, Ellen faced accusations of mistreating employees, controlling her wife, and being what some described as a control freak. Be Kind motto was allegedly nothing more than a performance. According to a BuzzFeed News report, one former employee spilled the tea saying that Be Kind bullish only happens when the cameras are on. It's all for show. And doesn't that sound eerily familiar? It's given the same vibes as those exclusive freak-off parties rumored to be all glitz and glam on the surface, but chaotic and manipulative behind closed doors. The parallels between Ellen's alleged behavior and Diddy's manipulative tendencies are just too glaring to overlook. But that's not all. Sources have claimed that Ellen's staff was explicitly told not to speak to her if they crossed paths in the building. This untouchable attitude mirrors the kind of power dynamics tied to elite circles, like those associated with Diddy's inner world. One former Black staffer even alleged that they were met with dismissive and performative responses when they tried to stand up for themselves. It paints a picture of an environment where control and appearances mattered more than people.
Well, Ellen heard about that interview, and she did not like what she heard.
She was furious.
What did she say? What did she say?
She just really was on a rant. Because I had mentioned on your show that, you know, I wish that women would support each other more, in particular, super influential women. There's so few female comics over 50 that are making a living or doing okay. Like, we need to support each other. I expressed that to her, and she was like, I don't have to have anybody on my show I don't like. I mean, I don't want. I said, I know. And she kept saying, you know, I don't hate you. And I said, I don't think you hate me.
But y'all, the tea does not stop there, because one former employee shared how they were gaslit after returning to work following a traumatic car accident and a family funeral. They were allegedly made to feel crazy for prioritizing their health and loved ones, and this sounds oddly familiar. That same protect the image at all costs energy is echoing in allegations surrounding Diddy's attempts to control his narrative and squash dissent.
Was their primary motivation that they've settled into Cotswolds, a rural town in south central England, and have no plans to ever move back. I mean, whatever will America do without Ellen DeGeneres, the same woman accused of bullying staff on the set of her former show and creating a toxic environment, and the same woman who laughed about killing Trump.
If you had to be stuck in an elevator with either President Trump, Mike Pence, or Jeff Sessions, who would it be?
Does one of us have to come out alive?
But it doesn't stop with Ellen's workplace, which was about her controlling nature, extend into her personal life. Allegedly, 2 of Ellen's late girlfriends passed under questionable circumstances, and the internet is connecting dots, speculating that Ellen might have silenced them to keep them from spilling secrets about her ties to Diddy. I remember Anne H's tragic accident, right? Just weeks before her passing, Anne hinted that Ellen had tried to have her institutionalized to silence her. She accused Ellen of being obsessed with fame and money, calling it a major factor in their breakup.
As we continue learn new developments into that car crash in Los Angeles, and the driver by TMZ and Fox 11 out there in Los Angeles identified as Anne H. Let's take a look one more time. Video that we saw earlier this afternoon of a car going into a house taking place there out in Mar Vista.
House of Preston and car slam.
As we can see the helicopter video there of the car in the house. You can see firefighters on the scene.
My girlfriend had been killed in a car accident, and my brother's band was performing, and we had broken up. She was trying to get me to come back home. I acted like I couldn't hear her because the music was too loud. I was planning on moving back in. I just was trying to teach her a lesson, and I was staying with some friends. So I just acted like I couldn't hear, and I was being really dismissive of her. As we were driving home, we saw a car, and it was split in two, and we heard sirens behind us, so it had just happened, and we just kept going. And I found out the next morning that it was her in the car. And so that, of course, made me feel like I should have gone home with her that night. She wouldn't have been with that person. I should have stopped. Maybe she would have, all kinds of things. But I think it made me realize how fragile and how easily you can lose somebody. I mean, just literally in an instant, she just was gone.
Now, combine that with Anne's death and the fresh allegations surrounding Twitch, and people are asking some serious questions. Was Ellen using her influence to cover up secrets? Could Twitch have become another victim in her alleged attempts to keep truths buried? But adding even more fuel to the fire, Elon Musk chimed in on Ellen's sudden exit with a cryptic emoji response to a tweet hinting at her fleeing the country. Now, Elon's no stranger to stirring that pot, and his subtle reaction has fans buzzing. What does he know that we don't? Well, Ellen's move to England has left many questioning her true motives. While she claims it's about the political climate in the U.S., her timing is very suspicious. Diddy's legal troubles are snowballing, and Ellen's name is starting to circulate in the rumor mill.
Look, in some shocking and sad news for the 74 million Americans who voted for Donald Trump, former talk show host Ellen DeGeneres and wife Portia de Rossi have fled the US and moved to the UK in the wake of the result, telling friends that the election of Donald Trump was their primary motivation, that they've settled into Cotswolds, a rural town in south central England, and have no plans to ever move back. I mean, whatever will America do without Ellen DeGeneres, the same woman accused of bullying staff on the set of her former show and creating a toxic environment, and the same woman who laughed about killing Trump.
And critics are pointing out that fleeing to another country is a classic move when someone's trying to avoid scrutiny, and the allegations tying her to everything from toxic workplace behavior to potential knowledge of Diddy's darkest secrets is not hard to see why Ellen might be feeling that heat. As if that's not messy enough, fans are now digging even deeper into Ellen's past. From her cold behavior towards guests on her show to the unsettling rumors about her personal life, the internet isn't letting her off the hook, and now with Diddy awaiting trial, Ellen's connections to him could bring even more skeletons out the closet. Y'all, this entire situation is nothing short of jaw-dropping. From Ellen's suspicious move to England to Twitch's mysterious final days, and even Allison's questionable actions post-tragedy, the layers of this story keep unraveling. But here's the big question. Was Ellen involved in something far darker than anyone imagined? And could her connection to Diddy and those infamous parties be the missing piece? And what about Twitch's alleged recordings? Did he really capture something so damning it cost him his life? Or even more chilling, did Allison have played a part in covering it all up? And with Ellen's past behavior and the resurfaced allegations about her toxic workplace and personal life, is this queen of kindness image officially shattered beyond repair? Let me know what you think about this and hit that like button.
Ooh, girl, this goes deep. Ellen, you know a lot. And you might have been at them parties. You might have been on Jessica's Island. We don't know. But I tell you one thing, we're going to find out about you, Ellen. Yeah, it's coming down 2025. We will know. So your best to come on out now. Come on out, Ellen. All right, well, I'm going to get on out of here. I like to say thank you all for the likes and shares. Keep them coming. And make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys on the next upload. Bye.